So, let me tell you something crazy about Ilia Topuria.
Ilia Topuria has a lot of respect for Alex Pereira. And he was also the one who stepped up during the press conference when Josh Hockett was saying a lot of trash about Poten. You will know the day, you will know the hour. I'm going to give Pereira a golden shower. I'm not just going to win, I'm going to piss on him. Laughter, I'm going to shama on your mama. This guy's the baddest man on the planet. Look at how I speak to him, like my dog, like my a circumflex, you. He speaks English, he doesn't need me to translate. English, he's a shama. Hey, you feeling it, bro? You're a shama, you don't follow English. You don't a circumflex. You little a circumflex, cheering. I have the real, I'm the real BMF belt. Little short a circumflex. You little a circumflex, come up to a real weight class. I'll give it to anybody. I'll give a circumflex. Ilia Topuria said disrespect toward Alex's mother triggered intense anger and nearly led to a physical altercation. He claimed security stepped in before things escalated. Topuria adds that if it had continued, the situation would have ended badly for the other side. Music. Ilia Topuria reflects on his training sessions. Claiming he was finishing experienced boxers brought in to spar despite their lifelong focus on boxing. He says those moments convinced him his punching power could translate even more effectively in MMA. Topuria adds that he is confident in his ability to end fights instantly if he lands clean. If I touch you, for sure you're going to go to sleep. I knew like what I was able to do in the trainings. I was knocking out music, knocking out everyone in the training sessions. They used to bring a lot of boxers in the trainings, different type of fighters, and I used to knock them out. And I was like, if I'm able to knock out a boxer who dedicate his all life to only boxing, why I wouldn't be able to knock out someone in MMA? Because I have that power. I realized that I have something in my hands that if I touch you, for sure you're going to go to sleep. And I saw that so many times music, that why I would doubt in myself. Once you connect the punch, you know if you're going to knock him out or not. You feel it, you feel you're like, pow, it's like, bro, I'm sorry. Sorry, bro, I'm sorry, laughter, sorry, brother. Alex Pereira also comments on the incident involving Ilia Topuria and Josh Hockett, saying Topuria reacted after seeing disrespect at the press conference. He describes Topuria stepping in and escalating things in defense of the situation. Pereira also criticizes Hockett's behavior, calling him a troubled and disrespectful individual. Josh Hockett and Ilia Topuria being a great guy and kind of standing up for you a little bit. What did you just make of that whole thing? And like it was very impressive to see your composure. And I know you're not the type to get like riled up, but when someone's, flipping you off and saying those things and saying you won't and all that. Just like, what was your biggest takeaway from that whole experience, I guess? Other than, Josh Hockett being a bit of a clown in that moment. And you guys saw it there, you know what I mean. I don't understand English and I think to put yourself there, he saw there and he has a brother. Music through the bottle or whatever the case it was or Hockett's face, he saw that he was going too far. And man, to Hockett, how can I even talk about that guy? Maybe he's one of those that not even probably get along with his family. You see the way the guy had that attitude, maybe he don't get along with his brother, stuff like that. Like he doesn't seem to be a guy that is problematic part of the family. Justin Geethage reacts to Ilia Topuria's dispute with Josh Hockett, arguing that emotional reactions can't be allowed to take over in those moments. He stresses that a fighter must stay in control no matter the provocation. Geethage adds that losing composure gives the opponent an advantage before the fight even begins. It's funny because he's very emotional, so that's what was good to see. He got emotional with her, although I do get emotional defending my friends as well, so. But you can't let another man control you like that, never. Analyzing the matchup, Eddie Alvarez believes the fight between Justin Gaethje and Ilia Topuria is much closer than people think and could go either way. He says Gaethje's pressure forces risky exchanges where Topuria will have to trade in the pocket. Alvarez adds that this makes it a dangerous, competitive matchup for both fighters. More competitive fight than everyone out there seems to think it's going to be. All right, look, everyone's writing them off, but they're there, I don't know, man. This music, this could go either way. I looked at I seen a clip recently of Ilya's brother explaining to Ilia of how to beat Justin. Like his tactics of what he would do against a guy like Justin. And it was scary of how spot on he was. I'm like, a circumflex man. Like and during my camp, I was trying to formulate a game plan against the guy like Justin. How he just steps in the pocket and forces you to fight, and how do we beat a guy like this? And music, you can't spar. You have to have your opponents come after you. Step in the pocket, and you almost get yourself into a lot of really risky fist fights to do it. But Ilya's going to have to punch with Justin, right? Justin's going to force a pressure, music, and Ilya's going to have to punch with him in order to have his best advantage against Justin. I think on Justin's end, Justin loses his eyes quite a bit, and I don't like that. Eddie Alvarez criticizes Justin Gaethje for losing visual focus during exchanges, saying it could be a major problem against Ilia Topuria. He praises Topuria's constant eye contact, posture, and striking readiness as key advantages in close-range fighting. Alvarez adds that Gaethje must trade in the pocket instead of covering up, as both fighters will need to take risks to secure a knockout. Sometimes during the exchanges, you'll see him completely look over this way or completely, and he can't lose his eyes during this match music, because what Ilia does. Ilia keeps such a beautiful posture. Music, his posture's perfect, always to strike. And he don't lose his eyes ever. His eyes are on you 100% and his posture's perfect, always make a kill. So music, I think for Justin does this hard cover music, and he can't do that. He cannot hard cover, he has to punch with Ilia. When Ilia goes to exchange, Justin has to go in. He has to take that risk. That's a risk that both guys are going to have to take, music, in order to win and score a knockout here. Justin can't hard cover or decide he's going to outmove Ilia. Breaking it down further, Eddie suggests Justin Gaethje should rely on calf kicks to disrupt Ilia Topuria's forward heavy stance and boxing focus. He believes consistent leg damage could shift the momentum and change the fight dynamics completely. And I think if Justin goes back to them damaging, smashing leg kicks, he can really turn this fight into something else that people won't realize. Music, during my fight against Justin, this is all I knew. On the other hand, Justin Gaethje has also speed up his preparation for the title fight against Ilia Topuria. He is pushing through a higher intensity training phase aimed at sharpening his pace, durability, and finishing ability for the upcoming clash. Go good, don't pop up, go good, you even like a half a switch. You don't have to get your left foot behind you, almost like squared, go. Ah, beautiful, go. Justin Gaethje's coach treats the matchup with Ilia Topuria as a high-level challenge against a heavily promoted opponent, while insisting every fighter has weaknesses to exploit. He expects tactical changes from both camps and believes being counted out sharpens their preparation and mindset. Right now, everybody thinks Ilia is like the unbeatable superhero. He's a great fighter, but everybody's human and I definitely see some holes in his game. Obviously, they're probably there saying the same thing. They're going to see holes in our game and we're making our adjustments, and I'm sure they're going to make adjustments for fighting a guy like Justin. But I love these type of opportunities. He's either Justin's always, I wouldn't say always, but a lot of the time an underdog. And I love the unbeatable guys. Those are the ones that just make me really get up. However, Ilia Topuria believes Justin Gaethje has never faced a fighter with his level of threat, especially in terms of timing and finishing ability. He states that all he expects from Gaethje is to show up on fight night while he takes care of the rest once the cage closes. What are you expecting from Justin? How can you possibly prepare for someone where a lot of their opponents just don't look the same after fighting Justin? Listen, one thing I know for a fact is that he never fought with someone like me. And the only thing that I want from Justin is to him to show up in the event, and I'm going to do the rest. You know.